Hey guys, it's Rob and Goldie.
Goldie and Robbo.
So you make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
What is that?
So whenever you get... Stop.
You stop.
Hey guys, Goldie and Robbo. It's been 6 months. We've been a little quiet. It's been pretty busy at work. We've bought a couple of new vans that we'll run you through. We're on a road trip right now. We're down south of Mackay at
The gateway to Notch Point.
Notch Point.
So we bombed up at Mackay. We got all our groceries and all the rest of there. That was about 40 k's north of Serena. Coming down to Serena, got some fuel and all the rest of it, and heading south another 35 k's until we got to turn off to Cape Palmerston. So we've turned off Cape Palmerston. Now we're at the gateway to Notch Point, where we'll stay for a couple of nights before heading over to Cape Palmerston. So
You said Cape Palmerston a lot then.
Cape Palmerston.
Yeah, Cape Palmerston.
So we'll do that. We'll take a couple of clips. We'll show you a lot of fish that we won't catch, and we'll do a bit of a cook up, and then we'll sort of go from there. So the track to the campgrounds from the gate, it's a few kilometres long. It's a pretty easy track tow on a van with a 4 drive, to be honest. The ground itself is it's pretty hard, even through some of the puddles. So we did get lucky coming in. We didn't realise the track was tidal, and the weekend that we came in, it was king tide. So it was about 6 or 7 metre tide. So make sure you do check the tide times, as you'll no doubt later see in the clip. It does get pretty deep in some of the spots. So this is pretty much the start of the camping area. There's plenty of room along the beachfront. We went at the start of January, so the heat was pretty bloody brutal, to be honest. There were a few campsites with generators pumping, which is pretty understandable, I suppose, especially if you're not camped beside anyone pissing them off. We had a bit of a sticky beak through every campsite, and pretty much all of them had a pretty special view, so it's a very nice area. There is a boat ramp on the grounds as well, and apparently the fishing there is pretty good, not that we bloody know. There's plenty of croc signs up, and there are crocs that have been sighted in the area. This is far north Queensland, obviously, so you always need to take extra care when you are around the water. It's also stinger season between November, I think about May or June, so make sure you do take that into consideration when you are planning your trip. So coming towards the back end of the campgrounds, as you can see, the view is pretty bloody special. We ended up spending about 5 nights here. Well, I meant to spend about 3 nights, but as you'll see later on the clip, the truck didn't want to play the game. Anyway, did plenty of fishing. I think even at one stage there, I even got a bite. It could have been rock, I'm not sure. I'll take the bite. But sank plenty of beers and had a cracking time.
Not a bad spot. Notch Point.
On a side note, make sure you do take heaps of area guard, because coming on dusk, the mozzies and midgies, they are pretty bloody ferocious. It only lasts a couple of hours, so just take that into consideration as well. So the beginning of a new day marks the end of my old clutch. As we can see here, this is the way you're supposed to go through a creek crossing. Gets pretty deep. He's obviously going nice steady all the way through. And then you'll obviously get to me, which is an absolute dickhead move by going way too fast. And also on another side note, Robbo, thank you for leaving the window down. This is probably the closest we got to catching a fish going over my roof.
That was awesome! One tip when you come into Notch Point, time the tides. This is all tidal. Massive tides here at Notch Point, and it was low when we came in yesterday, but this is high tide now. And that's all salt water. Morning. We've hit a hurdle. Goldie's burned his clutch out. No tow truck can get into Notchy, so we're going to try and tow it out. And low tide has just hit, so I've got to get it back out before high tide and try and organise a tow truck to meet us out at the Bruce Highway. Anyway, see how we go. Wish us luck.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Memory lane isn't that too far away from my heart.
Alright, so there's a little bit of a shit show happening in the moment. Unfortunately, I blown the clutch. Shit happens. The worst part about it is I'm getting towed out by Robbo in his Nissan. Obviously, I'm never going to hear the end of this. Just making our way back from Notch Points. We'll try and get to Ilbilby, the petrol station there, and we'll get a tow from there. Get it fixed in Mackay, and then we'll be back out on the road. Hopefully.
driving along. We got through most of the main creek crossings. We're beating that low tide, so it's just 7 o'clock in the morning now. So we're making our way back through out to the main road. Looks like, yeah, it's going all right. We're towing it all right. There's another creek crossing here. And I suppose being at this time, holy shit, that's deep. Nailed it. I suppose being this time, we're not meeting any campers coming in, because it's only 7 in the morning. So we're not getting any traffic, which is good. Just a hot tip though, time coming in and out on the tides. Notice that there's a lot of people that are camping out there. They're leaving early when the tide's low, because you don't want to put your vans and your trucks through all that salt rubbish. And it was flowing pretty hard yesterday. It really was. So time you run to come in, it's a beautiful spot in there, but don't come in on high tide, because they have some massive high tides here, 6 meters, mate. Anyway, it's going well. We're getting her out, and hopefully we'll meet a tow truck if we can get it up to the Bruce Highway.
Alright, so phase 1 is complete, I suppose. We've made it down the track. We're just at the gate now, just going through the actual entrance to the track to Notch Points. Hopefully not longer now until we get to Bilby.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long.
There it goes, little blue beast off to Mackay to get the clutch sorted. Bit of a pain in the ass watching the blue ute go off in the back of the tow truck, but it is what it is. Like I said, it'll probably spend a couple of days in Mackay. Get the clutch sorted, and then hopefully we'll get back out. I'll head over to back to Notch Point tonight with Robbo and the fam. We'll do a bit of a cook up tonight and put a couple of beers in my face, I reckon. I think I deserve it. Spent the last 6.5 hours here on the side of the road waiting for the tow truck company, but hey, gotta do what we gotta do. It's bloody hot here. It's probably about 35 to 40 degrees, so oh well, until we see you at Notch Point.
Notch Point, that was 5 days. It's a cracking spot. A couple of things to probably consider is tide times. They get 6 metre highs here, so only come in on low tide. Try and camp on the beach side, I reckon, because if there's no wind, you'll get midges and bugs. It absolutely smacks you up. In January,
Don't do January.
it's hot. Seriously, it's seriously hot. However, that water, and it's free. It was free for me.
Cost me about $4.5 grand to get me clutch fixed. That's all good. We did do a couple of cooking clips. I'll probably post those after this Dosh Point because they did go for a little longer than I thought. So look out for those ones. Maybe bring some firewood. Unless you've got a chainsaw, there are some dead wood in there, but probably bring your own firewood, I'd say.
Don't take a Jenny. There was a fella that had a Jenny and everyone got crook at him. So try and rely on that ocean breeze. But mate, summer, it was stinking hot. But
a cracking spot. It was a really good spot.
100%.
So, yeah, definitely come back here again.
Yeah.